What's up, everyone? I'm in the passenger seat because Sydney's the DD tonight, so that if I need to drink a little bit more than I normally would, I may with no worries. Okay, today's video, ironically, is going to be about not producing things. And so I'm just going to make my point and then I'm going to leave because that's the point of today's video. So I have this theory. Prior to today, it was threefold, now it's fourfold. And it's just that we have, I'll start with the first theory. We have 3 states of being, and we need to learn to recognize when to be in one and not the other. We can't force ourselves to just be in one all the time, or we will fall prey to different types of folly. I just wanted to use the word folly. It's not really the correct word to use at this moment, but just like they're just different imbalances. So what you have is receptivity or listening, you have stillness or processing, or you have activity or expressing or giving. And then what I added today was just silence. Okay, so silence is a lot like the processing one, except it's empty, whereas the processing stage is full. So maybe we begin at silence, like any song begins. And in that silence, we are able to better discern what is worth receiving, which might just be whatever is around us. But if you don't start with silence, you won't even realize there's anything else to be heard. So it's important to be silent and still. Then it is important to listen. Purely listen. And then it is important. You're gonna go west. Sorry. And you'll go to Maze. Yep. Then after listening comes processing and reflecting, which is also stillness, but this time it is full. This time it is pregnant. It has potential. There is something to be made with what you just heard or learned. If you don't take this time, you might not realize how important it is what you just heard. So it is important to take that time. And then, of course, there is expression. And if you've taken the right amount of time, you will know what is important to express and what's important not to express. Maybe I should just say respond. Sometimes the correct expression of what you just absorbed is to not express, but that's still your choice. It's still active in that you're being intentional about it. Okay, so we'll still call it that category. And then once you have expressed, you're back to silence, empty stillness. Okay, so empty stillness, intake or listening, then full stillness, then expression, which is active. Still, passive, full still, active. also been important that I didn't feel like I needed to say anything in particular, or didn't need to say anything profound, because it would have been forcing it. And the ideas that I was taking in were big, and I'm still processing those ideas to be expressed, but at a later date, maybe tomorrow, or maybe many tomorrows from now. For now, I've been listening, and I am simply expressing to you what state I am in, but am not expressing as response to the things I was just listening to. So, anyways, yeah, maybe if you are the kind of person who is always in one of those states, or feels like really stuck in one of those states right now, like if you just feel like you can't do anything, you're not inspired to do anything,